Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Former WWE manager Dutch Mantel recently spoke about Jade Cargill being out of action. The star has been off TV for the last few weeks. Jade was brutally attacked on the November 22 episode of The Blue Brand. Belair accompanied her in an ambulance, and the star has not been seen ever since. The EST, however, is on a quest to find out who attacked her tag partner on the latest episode of wrestling's Smack Talk. Mantel explained that nobody cared about the attacker anymore. He felt it has been weeks since the brutal attack on Jade Cargill, and the fans are losing interest. The wrestling veteran was okay with WWE dragging on the angle, but felt it was high time there was some payoff. This week on SmackDown, WWE Women's Champion Nia Jax threw some heavy accusations at Bianca Belair, calling her responsible for the attack on her partner. Belair had the last laugh as her team defeated Nia, Tiffany Stratton, and Candice LeRae in a six-woman tag team match. It will be interesting to see who is revealed as Jade Cargill's mystery attacker in the coming months. When Jade Cargill made her long-awaited WWE debut in the fall of 2023, it was heralded as one of the most anticipated signings in the modern era. A dominant force in AEW, the former TBS champion's move to WWE seemed poised to make waves and shake up the company's women's division. Fans across the globe were thrilled to witness this powerhouse crossover, and WWE appeared to be setting her up for an explosive run on the grand stage. However, in recent weeks, a strong sense of disappointment has spread across the WWE universe as Jade Cargill's booking has come under fire. The momentum she once had appears to be fading, and her once promising storyline now feels like an afterthought, raising the question, what happened to Jade Cargill's WWE angle? A glorious arrival turned lackluster. When Cargill appeared in WWE for the first time, it was a moment that felt like it could define a new era in women's wrestling. The sheer physicality and aura she brought to the ring had fans excited for a new chapter in WWE's women's division. With her undefeated streak from AEW and her undeniable athleticism, WWE's creative team seemed poised to capitalize on her unique attributes. Cargill's signing was part of a larger initiative to diversify the roster with athletes from different backgrounds, and her move was met with enthusiastic support from fans eager to see what would happen next. But as time has passed, the excitement has fizzled. Jade's initial storyline was built on her debut at Fastlane 2023, where she appeared as a surprise entrant in a segment that garnered immediate attention. There was palpable buzz surrounding her potential feud with some of WWE's top stars, like Charlotte Flair or Bianca Belair, and many fans began drawing comparisons to WWE's previous powerhouse arrivals, such as Ronda Rousey. But instead of leading into a major storyline that put her in contention for titles, Jade's booking has seen her languish in mid-card segments, making sporadic appearances with little continuity or character development. WWE's booking has effectively placed Cargill in a holding pattern where her presence in storylines is sporadic at best. Instead of integrating her into the larger narrative of WWE's women's division, Cargill has found herself in seemingly pointless segments, often overshadowed by other established stars. This lack of focus on her character and the clear disconnect from the hot angle she had when she first debuted is beginning to raise concerns about WWE's long-term plans for the star. Veteran's perspective, a missed opportunity. Wrestling veteran and commentator, Rick, the Technician Hernandez, who has worked in both WWE and independent promotions for over 30 years, recently spoke out about the missteps he's observed in Jade Cargill's WWE booking. During an exclusive interview with Wrestling Insider Weekly, Hernandez did not mince words when he critiqued WWE's treatment of Cargill since her arrival. "Let me tell you something, nobody gives a CRP about Jade Cargill's current direction in WWE," Hernandez stated bluntly. When she first walked through those doors, everyone was talking about how this was going to change the women's division. Fans were hyped, she was hyped, and there was a real buzz around her, but now, she's just another body in the back. WWE has missed the boat here. Hernandez highlighted several key issues with how WWE has failed to properly utilize Jade Cargill's talent and potential. He emphasized that her strength as a character lies in her dominant, almost invincible persona, a trait WWE typically thrives on. He compared Cargill's situation to that of other powerhouse stars like Ronda Rousey, who also came into WWE with significant buzz, but had a story arc that, at least initially, played to her strengths. For Cargill, however, WWE has failed to leverage her raw charisma and athleticism, leaving her in the shadows of other top talent. She was brought in like she was the next big thing, but now they've made her just another talent on the roster. She hasn't been positioned to succeed, and it's baffling. You can't just throw someone like Jade into the mix without a clear, defined storyline and expect fans to stay invested. That's a failure from the creative team, Hernandez continued. Booking blunders, where did it all go wrong? To understand why Cargill's booking has faltered, we need to look at WWE's current creative direction and the way they handle their female wrestlers. WWE's women's division, although more robust than ever, has often been criticized for a lack of continuity in its storylines. New talent are often introduced with great fanfare, only to be relegated to meaningless matches or lackluster storylines soon after. This kind of booking pattern has left many wrestlers feeling underutilized or overlooked, and unfortunately, Cargill appears to be the latest victim of this trend. A major part of the issue is WWE's tendency to juggle multiple stories and not allow individual characters to truly stand out. In Jade's case, her debut in a major pay-per-view did little to build on the hype of her rival. Since then, she has been placed in unmemorable matches and angles that fail to elevate her status or keep fans engaged. The lack of a clear rival, championship pursuit, or meaningful personal storyline makes it difficult for her to gain the traction she had during her AEW run, where she was positioned as an unstoppable force. Moreover, WWE's tendency to overload its roster with star power has led to a lack of space for new talent to rise to the occasion. WWE often has to balance the needs of veteran performers like Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, and Bianca Belair, leaving little room for newcomers like Cargill to establish their own identity. This makes it challenging for WWE to build a star that resonates with fans, especially when booking becomes so watered down and lacks clear direction. The blame game: who's at fault? It's easy to point fingers at WWE's creative team, but there's a deeper issue at play when it comes to how stars like Jade Cargill are booked. The responsibility for her lackluster storyline cannot be placed solely on one person. WWE has a machine-like system where numerous individuals influence the trajectory of each wrestler's career, from Triple H to the higher-ups in the company's creative department. In Jade's case, it's unclear whether her underwhelming push is the result of creative stagnation or a lack of interest from those in charge. When WWE management brings in talent with the potential for major storylines, it often becomes a test of whether the company is willing to fully commit to them. Unfortunately, Jade's storyline feels more like an afterthought than a priority. One of the more frustrating aspects of this booking is that Jade has all the tools to be a top star. From her imposing physique to her undeniable charisma, Cargill could have been positioned as the face of WWE's women's division, a role that WWE has struggled to fill since the departure of Ronda Rousey. The company has spent years promoting athletes like Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair, but Jade could have easily become a major contender, drawing new fans into the fold. Her potential is immense, but her current booking suggests WWE is struggling to see it. What's next for Jade Cargill? If WWE continues down this path, the eventual result will likely be a long period of stagnation for Jade Cargill. With a roster full of top-tier talent, and many established stars dominating the women's division, there is little room for newcomers to break out, especially if their character isn't being properly nurtured. Cargill needs a clear and well-defined path. Whether it's a feud with a champion, a high-profile rivalry, or even a shift in her character's persona, something needs to happen to reinvigorate her booking. Fans are quick to lose interest when a new star doesn't live up to their initial hype, and WWE risks letting Cargill fade into obscurity unless they rethink how they approach her booking. Hernandez shared his own advice for WWE in this regard. They need to figure out what they want from Jade. Is she a contender for the title? Is she a dominant force that's going to decimate everyone in her path? Because right now, they're sending her out there with no purpose, and if you don't give the fans a reason to care, they won't. Conclusion. Jade Cargill's arrival in WWE was a moment of immense potential, and the hype surrounding her debut was substantial. But as weeks have passed, her booking has failed to live up to the lofty expectations, leading to fan disillusionment and wrestling insiders' criticisms. WWE's inability to deliver on Cargill's promise could be a case study in how not to book an emerging star. With the right direction, however, she could still become one of the defining figures in WWE's women's division, but only if WWE commits to a clear vision and invests in her future. Until then, it seems like her once explosive arrival is just another missed opportunity in the company's long history of booking blunders. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.